My name is Josh Mark. I studied abroad in San Jose, Costa Rica in fall of last year. I decided to study abroad initially because I wanted to learn Spanish and I wasn't a Spanish major. I thought that by studying abroad it would be a really good opportunity to kind of get a better grasp of the language. And then actually in studying abroad I decided to become a Spanish major, so it kind of changed my whole path, but it was a really great experience. When deciding to study abroad, I knew that I wanted to go somewhere Spanish speaking. So I kind of from there decided between maybe Spain or somewhere in Latin America, South America. But then from freshman year I had a friend from Costa Rica. So I had actually gone and visited him previously in San Jose and just really liked it, so I decided that that was the place I wanted to go. It kind of just worked out really well that we had a program in Costa Rica. I felt really prepared through KU, even before going, just through filling out all the whole packet of information that you have to do before you go, reading all the materials, and then going to study abroad orientation. I think it really helped getting me prepared. And then once I got there, just even the additional help from kind of the coordinators that were there, I never felt like I was out of the loop. I think I just really liked orientation because it got me really excited to go study abroad. Because it was one of those things that was like coming up and I was just ready to go, you know. And it was a good experience. I felt like I learned a lot and got to speak with some people who were going, kind of added comfort level from seeing other people that are going on the same trip that you are. I thought that it was really reasonable, and I did get a scholarship through the Office of Study Abroad, so that really helped with going abroad. I felt like it was almost equivalent to a semester at KU with everything factored in, like food and room and board, because that was all provided for in the program. I would say the classes were definitely a lot different. Just structure, homework, pretty much all aspects of the classes were pretty different from what we have here. I guess the number one thing is that the classes only met once a week for the most part, and it was for like 3 or 4 hours at a time. So that sometimes could be a little bit overwhelming, but it actually turned out to work really well by the end. I kind of got used to it and I felt like it was almost preferable to some of the classes that I have here. Homework-wise, I think it was about the same. Same amount of homework, kind of same relative difficulty. I think one of the things that was also different was the way that they did kind of grading. I feel like most of the grades were based on tests, kind of like 2 major tests. I remember I had a class where it just was 2 tests and they were each like 45% of the final grade and then like 10% for participation. So that was a little bit different, but it works out really well because they like prepare you really well for the test and they don't kind of let people like fail the first one like maybe happens sometimes here at KU. As far as the on-site coordinators go, they were amazing. I mean, it felt like you had a second family there. You could just go speak with them whenever you needed help, and like we all had their phone numbers and they were just literally 24 hours on hand ready to help anyone that needed a hand or come by the office and just say like, hey, this class is kind of going rough, like what can I do? Or something with my host family, if that was an issue, I knew I could speak to them and they were always really easy to talk to and really discreet about any issues that we had. So I felt like they were amazing. Isa and Zaida were awesome. I had a great time. I still get emails from them and it's fun to hear from them. I think initially I was really nervous to go back to living with the host family because I kind of felt like I've been away from home for so long that it might be hard to go back and live with a mom and a dad and brothers and sisters. But it was actually really easy. It was a good transition, and I know a lot of the host families in the Costa Rica program have been doing it for like 20 years or something crazy like that. So they've had tons of students. So they're all really prepared and ready for kind of these students to come, and kind of any issue that arises, they kind of know exactly what to do with that. I feel like my host family particularly was really welcoming. I had 3 host siblings and they all lived at home. They were all pretty close age to me. and we had similar interests, so I had a really good time with all them. The food was really good. There was a lot of rice and beans, but I really enjoyed it. I would say living with a host family, one of the major benefits of that was the added kind of Spanish reinforcement that I got, because I think nobody in my host family spoke English. I had one host sibling who spoke a little bit of English, but that was it. So it was almost complete immersion, and I thought it was really good. It really helped. I mean, it was a little bit scary at first having to come there and be like, okay, these people aren't going to be able to understand basically anything I'm saying in English, so I'm going to have to be able to communicate with them really well in Spanish. But honestly, it turned out really well. I mean, they've had so many students in the same situation that they know how to deal with it, so I felt like I got better at Spanish really quickly. I'd say the short-term benefits of study abroad were probably just that I was really good at Spanish for a while after I came back, and that really helped, especially in classes, and it kind of stuck with me. I think that turned into a long-term benefit, but especially like right after I came back, it really boosted kind of my confidence in it, and it actually changed kind of my goal for what I wanted to do. I was a biology major before, but after going to San Jose, Costa Rica, and living there for 6 months, I decided that I wanted to pursue Spanish as my major. So I feel like that was one of the major aspects of it. I think the thing I like most about being in San Jose was just kind of the different atmosphere you get, and the people that I hung out with, the friends that I made while I was there. It just felt a lot different than here at KU, and it was really fun. It was a good experience. I really liked the city. I never felt like homesick or like I really wanted to go home or I was sick of it. So it was good. My best memory from study abroad was probably one of the trips that we went on. We went on a lot of trips, so it's hard to pinpoint exactly which one. Because we had a few group trips through the program, and those were really fun, and then we just had a lot of kind of last minute thrown together vacations or something we prepared for a long time. Like we went to Nicaragua. That was a really fun trip, and that was at the very end of my semester. We all just kind of took a bus up there and stayed with the family of some people that we knew, and it was really fun. It was a good time. Me llamo Josh Mark y yo estudiaba en Costa Rica, vivía en Costa Rica por 6 meses. Y era una experiencia muy buena, increíble. Yo la recomiendo a todos. ¿A dónde vas?